Hello, welcome to day 13 of 100 Days Challenge of Web Development. And today we're going to look at the CSS or Cascading Style Sheet. So, what is Cascading Style Sheet? Cascading Style Sheet is a language that helps us to structure and to make our page look beautiful, look more attractive. This is by changing the color, the alignment of things within the page, the font size, and the other many things, adding animations and the like. So this language is very important to know because without this, your HTML looks so flat. But with the CSS now, it will make a lot of attraction to different people. The looks is very important when you're talking about website, and that's exactly what we're going to learn. So let's go to the code. Let's go to the code and see what we can do. All right. So on this particular day, we are going to start with a few things. First of all, is to understand the genealogy of CSS. So there's almost three parts. We start with our HTML first. Let's build our HTML index. HTML. So with your HTML, with whatever you have set, you can have a very simple page like that. And when you want to bring in CSS, there is few things that you want to use. There's either, you can use either external. So when we talk about external CSS, mean that there is a specific file created here, like the way we had image as external file. So you can have CSS as external file. Let's say mostly, so you have your external file like this, and you bring it, you connect that file to the file of HTML. So this they call it external CSS. And how do we connect it? We connect the external CSS by using an element called link. So link comes with few things. Comes with the rel, which is stand for relation, specify which kind of relation this link is coming into. So that's why we are saying this relation is coming as a style sheet. So it's going to bring the looks of this particular page. It's going to manipulate the look of this particular page. And here we have hyperreference, which is specify where exactly this file is. So without this, then you are not connecting. So you just say, okay, my file is is called, maybe if there's a folder, you have slash folder, then name. But in this case, my file is dialect here, so I will be having style. If this is not a normal or best way to do, so mostly it's advised that you have all of this in a folder. If you remember when we was talking about images, you need also these kind of files that are not the HTML to be specifically in one folder that organize them. Folders, you don't pay for them, so you should create as many as you want, as long as that you can navigate them easily and they can make your web page look good. Good. So if you have this, then you open your file as this way, and you have the capability to write different things. You can write either an element tag name. So if you write a tag name, you specify, let's say p, and then you go with the curly brackets. Inside there, you put the declaration, which kind of style do you want to manipulate. In this case, we want to change the color only. That's the only thing we want to change. So you have the thing that you want to change, colon, but also now the value that you want to pass there. So if I say color, I have to specify which kind of color that I want to change. For, let's say I want it to be red or brown. Okay. So if I specify that, then I expect every page, because remember, this is P. So I'm affecting every paragraph that this style will be connected to. If there's any HTML file that is connected to this particular style, all the paragraphs should be brown going forward. All right. So as you can see now, we have a paragraph. The text has been changed automatically. Why? Because there is a link between the file, the style file, and this particular HTML, and that has affected directly to the look of the text of this particular paragraph. But you can also add more inside here as much as you want. But you make sure that after every end of the line, you have to put semicolon to close that. This is very, very, very important. But also, you can also do one more thing within this particular file. You can also add comments if you want to communicate what exactly this is doing. So you can say that, and inside there you pass whatever you want to say. So changing all the graph in the right. You can take notes. These comments are very necessary if you are starting working with other people mostly, but also for documenting your code. It's very, very good behavior to get used to write comments or explaining what exactly whatever you are doing is doing, and why do you think necessary. And mostly you can put it outside or wherever you wanted that comment to be. Where it makes more sense to you, there is where you can start. Even though there is specific way to document a page, but sometimes you need to do what works well for you. So, because at the end of the day, you're the one making this particular page for a specific reason. So you need to be able to navigate that. So that's number one. Number one, you have an external file, and then inside there, you specify an element tag, and then after an element tag, you surround it with curly braces so that you can pass the declarations inside there saying that I want to change this, I want to change this, I want to change this as you wish. Number two, you can do inline HTML. Before inline, you can do alternative style, which is you declare style here within the head. So this also works almost the same, because it's actually the same, as long as only the difference is you don't have external file or the style is within the same HTML. One problem with this means if I have this way and I have 20 pages of HTML which depend on the same style, and then I have to repeat this style in every page. But if I'm having external file, I'll be able to pass this link to every file without copying again. So I can change into the style file, and every page will see that particular change. But if I use this style, this way of alternative style, putting dialect within the head. This will be a little bit tricky because whatever I change here, I will need to go in every page. Now think of the real website, which is not having one page, two page, it have a lot of pages. So it depends. At the end of the day, it's depending on what exactly you're trying to solve and why did you choose to do that. Maybe it's only for this page. So go ahead and do that. And the same rule applies here. You are going to say that, okay, I want to change all the H1 to have the aqua as a color. I don't know what you want. You can do as much as you want to follow the same pattern. But the main key pattern you'll see is either an element which has nothing at the beginning and it goes as exactly as it is, the way it is declared into HTML. That's the way you are going to say it in the style. But also you'll see some other things that are different a little bit as we are going towards the progress. Okay, so this is number two. Number three, it's called now inline. That's where you put within the same tag, you declare the style. So this tag is there, but you say, no, I need to have a specific style. So the interesting thing is, if I say style here, I will get this particular space so that I can now start specifying whatever I want. And I can still say color, and I will give it, let me give it blue. So let me take you back here. I will go back here. I will declare also H1. And I'll give it color. I don't know what to, but I'll turn on because I don't know. Good. So if you have observed well, if I delete this here, guess what? What will be the color for the heading one? It will be aqua. But what if I change here and I say, what if I comment on a H1? I have a different. Now it's changing to chocolate. Why? Because when you applying CSS, priority goes according to where it is sending. So inline has more power than custom HTML CSS, which is the one that we pressed here. But also this has more power or more priority than the style sheet file. All right? Yeah. So the way it flow like that, where if the same tag has been declared in file, but also either in header, you have created your custom CSS, or you have done inline. So the last part will be more value is inline. Inline will override all the styles that are related to the style that were declared before. If you if you did you declare you specify a different thing on the style but not the color, then it will remain the same way. But if you change the same thing on three part, at the end of the day, the winner will be inline. Right. All right. So that's a very basic. We have seen that you need to have. You can use a file, external file, or you can use custom CSS, or you can use what? You can use inline. So it's depending with what you have decided to do exactly at the end of the day of the at the end of the day of the at the end of the day, you are the one deciding what exactly you want to do and how should you do it. But also we have seen that every level affects the style differently. If the change happened in the file and the same change happened into the custom CSS and into the inline CSS, then the inline CSS have more power override the list of other changes that were declared. So thank you very much. Until next time, this is going to be amazing. I'm sure you have enjoyed our HTML and you are continuing with us with CSS. Until next time, remember to subscribe, like, and comment. Ask a question. Tell us where it's not going well so that we can make sure that it's going to be good. Thank